What up, y'all? Hope y'all doing all right. I'm doing great. I got me a throwback dinner right here. This is the ultimate throwback. This is ultimate nostalgia here. I'm eating a frozen food. I would love to say feast, but it's not really a frozen food feast. You know, I love those alliterations, but I can't say it's a feast. But it's a good solid meal. We got a frozen pizza over here. We got some frozen French fries and some frozen nugs over here. We also got a plate dedicated to sauce plate is what I like to call it, which we got mayo, ketchup, mustard, and sriracha. Basically what I got in my fridge. This is comfort food for me. You know, I love frozen food. I ate it since I was a kid. Every time my parents went out for dinner or something, my brother and I would get some frozen pizza. And I mean, it's just a good feeling. And I haven't had frozen pizza in years because I never had an oven. I got myself a little toaster oven, so I cooked up this pizza. Also, the frozen pizza selection in Korea is very whack, but they do have this. I've never had this in America, but I had it. I've been eating this lately. It's called Ristorante, and it's cheap. It's small, but it's tasty. It's kind of a fancy pizza. I think it's German, but Europeans, you probably know about it. If you're from America, you probably don't know about it. This is they call this the pizza mozzarella, and it looks like it has tomatoes, a lot of cheese, and some kind of like basil pesto. And here are what the nugs and the fries are looking like, pretty standard. I cooked these on a fry pan with some oil, you know what it do. And there's the sauce. All right, let's get into it. Here's a slice. Here's the bottom. I mean, could have used my toaster oven is not the greatest, but I could have used a little bit more browning on that crust, personally. But it's still gonna be good. Let's try it out. To be fair, this flavor is not nostalgic. It's just damn good. For the price, for the value, it's definitely got that fancy pizza vibe to it. There's no meat on it. And it's just damn good. The crust has good flavor. Like flavor that I would expect to see at like a real European pizza joint, almost. Maybe not that. Maybe that's pushing it a little bit, but pretty close. A lot better than the crust that I'm used to. You know, I grew up on like some Tombstone. The sauce has flavor as well. Like you can taste the tomatoes. I mean, it does have like actual cherry tomatoes. It's looking like, and the basil pesto. It's like actual flavor in a frozen pizza, which, you know, American frozen pizza also has flavor, but it's just a different kind of flavor. Let me try one of these nugs. Hopefully it's cooked all the way through. Yeah, I trust it. You know, right off the pan, this would have been crispier. I was hoping everything would be crispy, but I failed on that. You know, it's always different setting up the equipment to film and everything. But this is bringing me back. Actually, I'm lying. I can't lie. This is bringing me back. The flavor isn't really bringing me back because when I was a kid, whenever we cooked frozen nugs and frozen fries, we always did it in the oven. Healthier, less mess, less cleanup. You know, parents' rules, you know. So we'd always cook in the oven. I cooked these on the on the fry pan with some oil, and it tastes better. The flavor is different. Like if you're one of those people that cooks fries or nugs in the oven, respectable. I mean, I don't not respect it, but you gotta cook it in some oil on the fry pan one of these days. Whoa. I'm really liking this ring of sauce here. You can get some sriracha mayo. I like this sriracha mustard. I've never tried that combo before, but if you like mustard and sriracha, you should give it a try for sure. That's clutch. That's key. But this overall experience, cooking frozen food, it is nostalgic. I will say that. And there might be a lot of you guys eating frozen food these days because of the, you might be on straight up lockdown. Because of the corona. I haven't said anything about it on YouTube. I've seen a lot of people saying stuff about it though on YouTube. A lot of people that I'm subscribed to trying to milk it a little bit. You get it in the title. You see it in the thumbnail. People wearing masks in the thumbnail and whatnot. Milking it. Really milking it. Respectable, I guess, in some kind of way, but I didn't really, I guess this is kind of milking it too, but I don't know, I think it's a little bit different. I just wanted to say something about it because I'm sure most of you guys are like tired of hearing about it, but at the same time, it's like it's a weird phenomenon. I've never really experienced anything like this before, and you might want to hear what I think about it because I do have kind of a different point of view, probably from most of y'all. Like most of y'all, like my audience, you know, y'all are probably not like living in Korea. And you know, to be fair, I'm not an expert on what's going on, but I can just comment on like what's been going on over here. Korea, and just like, I don't want to offend anybody with it, but just don't get offended by anything I say, please. I'm just talking, I'm just chatting, you know how it is. But I feel like Korea was one of the first countries to get hit pretty hard by it. And it's still getting hit. But to be completely honest, I think it's past its peak over here. And while there still are like, I think 8,000 or so people that have confirmed catching it, I mean, the death toll is relatively small. I think I want to say it's like under 100 maybe. Again, don't take anything I say as news because I'm just me. I'm just off the top. But overall, I'll just say like I feel like Korea. Looking around, I mean, I'm on Reddit a lot. I'm on YouTube a lot. I see what people are talking about. I see what people are basically freaking out about, which is understandable. But I'll say over here. Let me just take a second to praise Korea. I'll just take a second to do that. If you don't know, like there's been no kind of quarantines, nothing has shut down. I ain't seen anything shut down. I know I'm in a pretty fortunate position where I I really don't have to leave the house if I don't want to. But still, businesses have not been shutting down. Restaurants, bars, like establishments have not been shutting down. They kind of are taking a break from like public school, I believe. But you're free to basically go wherever you want. We're not on lockdown. No quarantine. People are still being very careful walking on the street. You can't go on the street without seeing people wearing masks. But the confirmed cases have been dropping every day. And yeah, like I said, there's no real like shutdowns of anything. Hand sanitizer and masks were a rare commodity for a while. But I don't know, I just feel like over here, like there was no big freak out, and it's dropping, I think, like I said, past the peak. Could come back to bite me in the ass, but I'm pretty damn sure it won't. You know, it's a small country, it's contained, it's basically an island, excuse me. And Korea never like closed its borders or anything, as far as I know. What it did do is I was getting multiple texts every day from the government, just warnings. You know, I don't know exactly what it was. I didn't even read them. I've never been too concerned about it, to be honest. Because, I mean, for me, here's the thing. If you're young, man, this is difficult because I don't really want to tell y'all nothing like I know something. You know what I mean? I don't interact with a bunch of people every day. Even if I got it, I don't have a risk of giving it to someone else who might be affected in a much worse way than me. So to be honest, I've just been straight chilling. I've been going out with no fear. You can definitely tell a lot less people on the streets. I think Korea did some like free or like really cheap like drive-through tests. Where you just like drive through and get like a really quick test, and you can see if you got it or not. And if you do, you do something about it. So, almost done eating all this, so I don't know. I don't even know what I'm talking about, really. There's really no point. Probably tired of hearing about it anyway, but I'll just say, you know, shout out to all y'all who are put in a tough situation because, you know, like I said, I was not restricted in any way. And if you are, I can imagine that would be kind of maybe traumatic or scary, difficult situation. Killer sauce combo. And you know, shout out to everyone who's actually like personally affected. Like, I don't know anyone who's been hit by it personally, I don't think. There's just so much jibber jabber these days. This is one of the reasons why I didn't really want to even get into this really on YouTube, because I feel like it's kind of a dangerous topic because it's so divided, and I feel like I have to give a final message or statement or conclusion or something, which I don't have anything like that. Just at the end of the day, you know, be cautious with it. I mean, obviously, even without something like this going on, you should be cautious with it anyway, and just use your judgment, man. If I could just say one more thing, just keep it real. Just keep it goddamn real, and everything's gonna be okay. All right. Been blabbering way too long. Great meal, nice little chat. You know, hope you guys enjoyed this video. I appreciate you for listening to that little rant, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.